Okay, good afternoon. First of all, today we will cover topics like HTML. We will simply overview HTML, HTML basic tags, basic attributes, or basic elements. Okay, so let's start. HTML, as you all know, that HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it is the most widely used language to write web pages. So, any one of you can tell me what hypertext means? You know, you know hypertext meaning? Yes, Ashish, Raghav. I am audible or not? Please respond.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Guys,
Please continue.
guys, please keep the session interactive. If sir is asking you something, please speak something. You can unmute yourself and speak so that the teacher knows that is he audible or are you listening things or are you understanding the things. Okay, please unmute yourself.
Yes, please tell. Anyone of you know meaning of hypertext?
Sir, may I?
Yes, yes, please.
Sir, hypertext means text within the text. A text has a link within. It is a
Okay.
hypertext.
And what about markup language?
Sir,
Actually, what you mean by markup?
sir, markup language is a computer language that is used to apply layout and formatting.
Okay. So basically, hypertext refers to the way in which web pages are linked together. Means you have seen that web pages have available link there. Basically, it is the hypertext only. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And markup language. Markup language is a text document with tags that tell a web browser how to structure it on display. Okay. Wait, I'm sharing my screen. My screen is visible or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, this is the simplest form of HTML document. Okay. So let's proceed with HTML tags. As you know, HTML is a markup language and makes use of various tags of format content. Actually, these tags are enclosed with angle braces and I see here. These tags are enclosed with angle braces tag name. My screen is visible now?
No, sir.
Hello?
No, sir.
Screen is not visible.
Sir, it's showing black screen only.
Wait. Now it is visible. Please respond. My screen is visible or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Visible.
So these tags are enclosed within angle braces. You can see here. These are angle braces. Except few tags. Most of tags have their corresponding closing tags. For example, has its enclosing tag with, and body tag has its enclosing tag. Okay, these are tags, different tags, doc type, HTML, title, body, heading. Okay, so basically doc type, this tag defines the document type and HTML version. And HTML tag, as you all know, this tag encloses the complete HTML document and mainly comprises of document header, which is represented by head. Head both opening and closing tag, and document body basis present body tags, both opening closing. And moving on head tag, this tag represents documents that we can keep other HTML tags like title, link, etc. And title tag is used inside the head tag to mention the document title. Okay. Body tag represents the document's body which keep other HTML document like H1 or paragraph, it's a heading or paragraph. Or basically heading tag is represents the heading. So moving on HTML document structure. You can see that this is the typical HTML document. Document declaration tag, HTML head, document header tag, and then body and then HTML closing. Okay, moving on HTML doc type declaration. The doc type declaration tag is used by the web browser to understand the version of HTML used in the document. As you all know, the current version of HTML is 5 and it makes use of following declaration. Here it is. There are also different types of HTML document depending upon the version of HTML is being used. Okay. So now basic tags in HTML. Heading tag. Any document starts with heading. Means simply you see that heading tag means a document which have a heading. You can use different size for headings. HTML also has 6 level of heading, which use the elements H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. While displaying any heading, browser adds one line before and one line after the heading. See this example. This doc type HTML. This is title and this the heading. Okay. See the result of this heading. Now coming to paragraph tag, the P tag, that is paragraph tag, offers a way to structure your text into different paragraphs. Each paragraph of text should go in between an opening paragraph and closing paragraph. Its tag of paragraph you can see here. How you can use it, see this example. Here it is title, paragraph example, first paragraph of text, second paragraph, third paragraph of text. Okay, it will give the following result. Line break tag. Whenever you use a BR tag element, anything following it start from the next line. This tag is an example of an empty tag where you don't need to, means you do not need opening and closing tag as there is nothing to go between them. Okay. The BR tag has a space between the characters BR and the forward slash. Means if you omit this space, older browser will have trouble in handling the line break. Okay. While you miss the forward slash character and just use BR, it is not valid in XHTML. You can see here it is BR tag. Everyone, my screen is visible or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it
Yes,
is.
sir.
Okay. Now coming to centering content, you can use center tag to put any content in center of the page or table. Anything means if you want to, means you write any content and you want to show in center of your screen, you just use the center content, center tag, so that it can display in between your screen. Now coming to horizontal lines. It is basically a breakup section of a document. Okay. The horizontal tag creates a line from current position in document to the right margin and breaks the line accordingly. Okay. See this example. It is the horizontal line. Tag is used. Okay. The paragraph one and should on be top here. It is the output. Okay. And horizontal tag is an example of empty tag also, where you do not need opening and closing tag. There's nothing go between in them. The horizontal has a space between the characters and forward slash. If you omit this space, older browser will trouble rendering the horizontal line, as I told you earlier. While if you miss the forward slash character and just the horizontal, it is not valid to XHTML. Moving on, preserve formatting. Sometimes you want to text to follow the exact format, okay, of how it is being written in HTML document. In these cases, you can use pre-formatted tag. Okay. Any text between opening pre-tag and closing pre-formatting tag will preserve the formatting of the source document. You can see here pre-formatting tag has been used, and this is the document, and exactly same output has been generated here. Okay. Now, non-breaking spaces. Suppose if you want to use a phrase which is given here, anything, any phrase, you would not you would not want the browser to split the phrase, means you don't want to split this phrase, okay, between two lines. So you will use either space entity, non-break space entity, and NBSC, okay, instead of a normal space. You can see in this example, okay, non-breaking space example, okay, here it is. So wait a second. Now moving on, HTML elements. An HTML element is defined by starting tag. Okay, if the element contain other content, it ends with closing tag where the element name is preceded by a forward slash as shown in below. Okay, you can see here is the starting tag and ending tag of a paragraph content. It's the heading content, it's division content. Okay, so here paragraph tag is HTML element, heading is another HTML element. So these are some HTML elements which don't need to be closed, such as image, okay, image tag, HR tag, and BR tag. These are known as void elements. So can anyone tell me what's the difference between tag and elements? Please respond. What is the basic difference between tag and element? Anyone? Yes. Lakhan Soni, Raghav Chandra.
No, sir.
Okay. Yes, Ashish.
Sir, HTML tag starts with less than symbol and greater than symbol, sir. And HTML elements is whatever written within HTML tag are known as HTML elements, sir.
Yeah, right. And HTML element is defined by a starting tag. Yes. If the element contains the other content, it ends with the closing tag. Okay. So you can see example here is a starting tag of a paragraph and closing tag of the paragraph same paragraph. But this is a paragraph and is a paragraph element. Okay. Now nested HTML element. It is very much allowed to keep one HTML element inside another HTML element. You can see here. Just here we have kept the another element inside it, and this will be the output of this. Okay. Now moving on HTML attributes. Anyone can tell me what do you mean by attribute? Basic definition of attribute.
So HTML attributes are found only in the starting tags.
Okay. Any other? Okay.
Sir,
So yes.
it
Please,
defines
please respond.
character of the HTML elements, sir.
Okay. So an attribute is used to define the characteristic of an HTML element and is placed inside the element's opening tag. All the elements are, all the attributes are made up of two parts, that is name and a value. So the name is a property you want to set. For example, the paragraph element. Okay. In the example carries an attribute whose name is align, which you can indicate the element of paragraph on the page. And the value is what you want the value of property to be set and always put within quotations. Okay. See, here it is the example of name and value. See, this is the left align, center right, and this will display like this. Okay, this is the right align, center and left align. Now core attributes. There are 4 core attributes that can be used on the majority of HTML elements. That is ID, title, class, and style. So the ID attribute on an HTML tag can be used to uniquely identify any element within a HTML page. Okay. Suppose you have to identify any element within a HTML page, so you can use a proper ID, unique ID. Okay. There are 2 primary reasons that you might want to use an ID attribute on an element. If an element carries an ID attribute as a unique identifier, it is possible to identify just that element and its content. And if you have 2 elements of same name, okay, within a web page or style or sheet, you can use the ID attribute to distinguish between them and have the same name. Okay. See this example. Now coming on title attribute, the title attributes gives a suggested title for element. The syntax for a title attribute is similar as explained for the ID attribute. Okay. The behavior of this attribute will depend upon the element that carries it. Although if it is often displayed as a tooltip when cursor comes over the element or while the element is loading. Here you can see the title attribute. This will give this result. Now the class attribute. The class attribute used to associate an element with a style sheet and specify the class of element. Okay. Actually, this class attribute, you will learn more about it this in when I will start CSS part. Okay. So you can see example here how you can write a class. How can you display class name? Here it is class name 1, class name 2, class name 3. Okay. Now the style attribute. Basically, style attribute allows you to specify CSS sheet. Okay, many of you are familiar with CSS, so you know you can strand it properly. This is the style. Font family means font or color or some text. Okay, this will give this display as output. So here you can see some generic attributes that can be readily usable with many of the HTML tag attributes like align, balign, busy color, background color, ID, class, width, height, and title. Okay, these have different functions such that align horizontally aligns tag, realign vertically aligned tag within HTML element, background color, it places a background color behind an element, background that places a background image behind an element. Okay, so these have different functions. Now come to HTML formatting. So if we use a word processor, you must be familiar with the ability to make text bold, italicized, or underlined. These are just 3 of the 10 options available to indicate how text can appear in HTML and XHTML. Okay, so the bold text, anything that appears within this element, okay, it will display in bold as shown below. You can see this example here. The bold is in between these two elements, so it is displayed in bold. Okay, and same the italic, the element which is present in between italic tag text, italic tag, the text will appear italic. Here you can see. Now underline text. Here also same, the text which is present between these two elements will give results in underlined format. You can see here. Here it is, and it appears underlined. Okay. Now the strike test. Anything that appears within strike tag means element is displayed with strike through, which is a thin line through the text as shown below. Here you can see this. It's a thin line over the text. Okay. Here the monospaced font. The content of a TT tag element which is written in monospaced form. Most of the fonts are known as variable width fonts because different letters are of different widths. Okay. In a monospaced fonts, each letter has the same width. Okay. Here you can see the example. And this is the output. And here is superscript text. The content of superscript element is written in superscript. The font size used in the same size as the character surrounding it, but it displayed half of a character above the other characters. Okay. Here you see the title is superscript text example. And when you use this text in between, the superscript has become like this. Okay. And the subscript text similarly, when you use this subscript text, the text will appear like this. Here you have used subscript. Now inserted text. Anything that appears within inserted text element is displayed as inserted text. Okay. Here it is. Cola. The text written here. So when you use this inserted tag, the display to as inserted text. Here you can see that I want to drink cola, and then I want to drink wine. Okay. Now deleted text. Anything that appears within these elements is displayed as deleted. You can see here. Here the larger text, the content of big tag element is displayed 1/4 size larger than the rest of the text surrounding. Okay. Here it is the big. The title is larger text example. Okay. And here is big. And you can see the output. The following word uses a big type space. Now the smaller text, the content of small tag. Okay, in between these two tags, element is displayed 1/4 size smaller than the rest of the text surrounding it. Okay. The size of element will be one size smaller. Okay. Smaller than the rest of the text surrounding it. You can see here the here it is. We use small as our text, and here the display is smaller. Now grouping content. The div and the span elements, actually division and span elements allow you to group together several elements to create section or subsection of pages. Okay. For example, if you want to put all the footnotes on a page within a division tag element to indicate that all the elements within this tag related to footnotes. Okay, you might then attach a style to this element so that they appear using a special set of style rules. See this is the example.
So please explain one times grouping content.
Okay. These two tag, my screen visible, yes or no? Okay, these two tag element
Yes, sir, it is.
allow you to group together several elements to create section or subsections of pages. Okay, means you have a page, then these two elements helps you to create a section of pages, means you want how much section you want subsection in pages. Okay, you can see here home, contact, about. Okay, see this example. Okay, this is example of a span tag and division tag along with CSS. Okay, here CSS has been used. You can see here. Okay, these tags are commonly used with CSS to attach a style of a section of a page. Okay, so now come to HTML phrase tags. The phrase tags have been used for a specific purpose. Okay, though they are displayed in a similar way than other basic tags like B tag, I tag, and TT tag. Okay, wait, I'm sharing screen. Here, these are the basic tags. Okay, now come to emphasize text. Anything that appears within these tags element is displayed as emphasized text. Okay, see here the text within these tags and how it displayed here. Now come to mark text. Similar like previous tag, anything which is appear within these tags as displays like marked with yellow ink. Okay, you can see here. When you try this your own, it will display a mark with yellow ink. Now strong text. anything which appears within the strong tags, the element is displayed as important text. Okay, means you have taken a text that consists an important word or anything. When you use these tags in between them, it will represent like this. Okay. Now text abbreviation. You can abbreviate a text by putting it inside open ABBR tag and closing ABBR tag. Okay. If present, the title attribute must contain the full description and nothing else. See here. Here is the title attribute. Here is the text abbreviation. And here paragraph. My best friend's name is anything, Abhishek, Abhay, or anything, and you have used the abbreviation tag here, and the output will display like this. Okay. Here the acronym element. It allows you to indicate that the text between these tags is an acronym. Okay, the measure browser do not changes the appearance of the content of the acronym element. You can see example here. Here this tag is used. And here the display. Now come to text direction. The bidirectional element means the BDO tag. It is used to override the current text direction. Okay. Means suppose you have written this text will go to right to left. Okay. Left to right or right to left. So you can override by using these tags. See here. Now some special terms, that is the HTML definition element, DFN element, allows you to specify that you are introducing a special term. It is uses a similar to italic word in the midst of the paragraph. Okay. You will use the definition element the first time you introduced a key term. Okay. That's the definition element. Okay. Suppose you have written a special term here in your title and you want to display. Here's the special term will display like this. Okay. Now come to quoting text. When you want to quote a passage and another source, you should put it in a between black quote tag. Okay. Inside a black quote tag, element is usually intended for my left and right edges of the surrounding text and sometimes uses a italicized font. Okay. You can see here the black quote tag has been used here. This will provide the following result. Okay. Now short quotations. The Q tag element is used when you want to add a double quote within a sentence. Suppose you want a double quote in a sentence. For example, this Amit is in Spain and I think I am wrong. So use a Q tag so that you can add a double quote to it. Okay. Now come to text citations. If you are quoting a text, you can indicate the source placing in between an opening side text and closing side text. Okay. The content of side element is rendering in the italicized text by default. That is, when you use this text, then the text within will automatically displays as italicized. Okay. Now the computer code. Any programming code to appear on a web page should be placed inside these two codes. Okay. The content of auto element is represented in a monospaced form, just like the code in programming books. You can see here, this is a code. Here it is in between these two code tags. And these are the regular text, and this you can see the display of this is a code. Okay. Now come to keyboard text. If you want to tell a reader to enter some text, you can use keyboard text, keyboard element to indicate what should be typed. Okay. So you can use this text. Here use this text, and you can see some.
Okay, Rituraj sir. Rituraj sir, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Can we end it for the day? Like, I need to take attendance. We'll just take attendance and feedback from everyone, and then we'll end. Or you wanna?
Ma'am, just wait for 2 minutes.
Okay, fine. Okay, sir.
Oh, okay. So guys, this is all for today. So anyone can tell, I have taught you Abhi. What is doc type? Please answer by doc type.
Say a doc type is like a document type that it tells the HTML version.
Okay. Yes, anyone tell what is the purpose of using centering content? Response, guys.
It centers the element in the web page.
Okay. So guys, that's all for today. We will continue tomorrow this lesson.
Guys, don't leave the
Okay.
session. I need to take your attendance. I'll just call your names. Please unmute yourself and say yes or present. Okay? Clear with everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll just call your names. Just say yes or like you have to unmute. Don't write in chat. I want everyone to be unmuted at that time when you're saying yes or no. Okay? Fine. So we'll be starting with Ashish Kumar.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ashwini,
Yes, ma'am.
Divya, unmute yourself, please. Boka Divya, anyone is here? Or you left? You're not audible. You have unmuted yourself, but you're not audible. Write in the chat. We are not. We cannot hear you. Okay. Next, Deepak,
Yes, ma'am.
Hari Krishna,
Yes, ma'am.
Janvi, Janvi.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Lakhan Soni.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mamta,
Yes, ma'am.
Mary Priyanka,
Yes, ma'am.
Raghav,
Present, ma'am.
Rama Lakshmi, Rama Lakshmi. Unmute yourself. Rama Lakshmi, you are here in the meeting, but you're not attending the call. Did you go somewhere or what?
Yes, ma'am.
Where were you? You left the meeting? Where did you go? Did you leave the meeting and go somewhere? Am I audible to you guys?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
No, ma'am, I didn't receive any call.
Not a call. I mean, I'm calling your name. You're not answering that attendance call. So that's what I'm saying.
Ma'am,
Okay, no
ma'am,
problem.
actually,
Be
in between
sorry, speak again.
automatically it will left the meeting.
Okay, no problem. Fine. Be attentive at the time of attendance, please. Okay. Nadi Minti.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Kunda Deepak. Deepak Kumar. You're not audible, Rama Lakshmi. Please type in the chat.
No, ma'am. Automatically it will go back to my home page.
Okay, no problem. Just type in the chat. You are not audible. Deepak Kumar. Deepak Kumar, please unmute yourself. Are you here or not? I can see you here, but you're not unmuting. Please unmute yourself. Okay, I am putting it as absent if you're not attending your roll call. Fine. Sonali.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Soumya.
Yes, ma'am.
Tanushka. Tanusha. Tanusha, are you here?
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Tanusha? Yeah, okay.
Yes, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Vishnu?
Present, ma'am.
Okay, fine, guys. So I want to I'll just take your few minutes. I want to say that please keep the interaction. Whenever sir is asking you something, you need to unmute yourself and speak. You can ask your doubts anytime, whatever problem you face. You can tell him anytime that you cannot understand this. So just unmute yourself and speak anytime. Okay? Clear with everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
I want everyone
Yes,
to
ma'am.
be
Yes, ma'am.
interactive. Okay, good.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I want everyone to be interactive. It's not like only 2-3 people are speaking. So just tell anytime, just unmute yourself and then tell sir that you're not able to understand this, and he will explain you again. Okay. So guys, we'll just wrap up for today and we'll join tomorrow. Rituraj sir, do you have something to speak?
No, ma'am, no, ma'am.
Okay. So guys, okay, thank you so much for today's class. We'll meet tomorrow. Okay, bye bye. You can sign off. Bye.
Okay, ma'am.